Every truck's gotta pull into the weigh station eventually. Check if the load's within limit, check if it's carrying actually. More weight than the vehicle's rated to safely transport. Grace pulled me into the weigh station, Grace made me report. Pulled into the weigh station. Pulled into the weigh station. Yeah. Had to check the actual load. Pulled into the weigh station. Pulled into the weigh station. Pulled into the weigh station. Was carrying too much weight. Pulled into the weigh station. Been driving overloaded for years without ever checking the actual weight I'm carrying, without ever inspecting whether my whole frame was rated for the burden not accumulated. Other people's expectations, my own perfectionism elevated. Anxiety about everything, grief I never processed properly. All stacked up in the actual truck bed, weighing improperly balanced, threatening to blow a tire, threatening the actual axle. Under meeting Grace pulled me into the weigh station. The actual inspection I've been avoiding made me get out and see clearly exactly how much I've been carrying that wasn't mine exactly. How much needed to come off before I could keep driving safely. Some load ain't mine to carry, that's the lesson, that's the weigh station gravely. Check the load, check the load. What's mine to hold? Check the load, check the load. Let the heavy go. Put into the weigh station. Put into the weigh station. Had to check the actual load. Put into the weigh station. Put into the weigh station. Put into the weigh station. Was carrying too much weight. Put into the weigh station. I unloaded what wasn't mine at the actual weigh station. Other people's opinions of me, other generations' equation of what success looks like. Unnecessary guilt I've been hauling for years without inspection, without ever recalling that I could set some weight down, that the truck wasn't designed to carry everything I loaded onto it, that I'd assigned myself weight that was never actually mine to transport. I drive different now, lighter inspected the actual report from the weigh station. Change how I load the truck going forward. I check regularly now, don't wait for the breakdown, the awkward roadside failure that comes from chronic overloading. Instead I pull into the weigh station, voluntarily stay ahead. Check the load, check the load. Regularly now, check the load. Check the load, check the load. Drive it safely, check the load. I don't need to prove I'm strong, I don't need to carry wrong. If it's not mine, it can come off. Grace keeps showing me the road. Put into the weigh station. Put into the weigh station. Had to check the actual load. Put into the weigh station. Put into the weigh station. Put into the weigh station. Was carrying too much weight. Put into the weigh station. Lighter now, lighter now. Unload it right. Lighter now, lighter now, lighter now. That's the weigh station. Lighter now. Yeah. Start a new life on my life after the breaking nearly took me. Every version of temptation still got a key that used to open spook me. Had to change the whole entire system. Had to reinforce the frame. Grace didn't just forgive the breaking. Grace didn't start a brand new claim. That boat on my heart now. That boat on my heart now. Oh, keys don't fit no more. That boat on my heart now. That boat on my heart now. New life, new life, new life. That boat used to lead me the door unlocked for every temptation passing. Told myself I'm strong enough, told myself I'm not laughing. Back into the old patterns, but an open door's an open door. Didn't matter how strong I felt, the enemy walked through before I even noticed the entry. That's how subtle access happens. Not through force but invitation, not through war but through the passion. Thought of just this once that opens up the whole entire hallway. Forever your habit waiting outside, waiting for the doorway. I finally installed protection, finally locked when needed locking. Not legalism, just wisdom. Not fear, just the actual blocking of access points I used to leave wide open out of pride, thinking I could handle temptation, walking right inside. Deadbolt on my heart now. Deadbolt on my heart now. Old keys don't fit no more. Deadbolt on my heart now. Deadbolt on my heart now. New lock, new lock, new lock. Deadbolt on my heart. Grace ain't just about forgiveness for the break-ins that already happened. It's about the new lock system, about the wisdom that's sharpened by every past invasion, every lesson bought expensive. I don't leave the door cracked open now, testing my defenses on purpose just to prove I'm strong. That's foolishness disguised as courage. Real strength installs the deadbolt. Real strength don't need to encourage temptation with an open door and call it faith to freedom. I lock what needed locking, and that's not bondage, that's the wisdom. Every believer needs eventually. Boundaries ain't restriction, they're protection for the life that grace gave back. That's the conviction I live by now. Deadbolt on the door, key thrown in the ocean. All versions of me don't get access. That's the whole devotion. Locked up tight, locked up tight. New key only fits the new life. Locked up tight, locked up tight. Old access finally lost its right. On my heart now. Deadbolt on my heart now. Old keys don't fit no more. Deadbolt on my heart now. Deadbolt on my heart now. New life, new life, new life. Deadbolt on my heart now. For good, oh, lock for good. New life install. Lock for good, lock for good, oh, lock for good, oh. That's the deadbolt. Lock for good. Yeah, yeah. On God. Yeah, yeah. Boat capsizing, water way over my head, way too deep. Everybody said swim for it, everybody said don't sleep on the danger, but I couldn't swim well enough to make it. Grace threw a life vest before I went under, before I could take it. Do me a life vest, do me a life vest. Couldn't swim on my own. Do me a life vest, do me a life vest, do me a life vest. Kept me afloat completely. Do me a life vest. Everybody around me seemed to swim just fine in the deep water. Life challenges, life's crisis, seen to handle it, seen the weather. Storms better than me, naturally I always felt like I was drowning slightly. Even in situations everybody else found unremarkable. Then I stopped pretending I could swim as well as everybody playing. Admitted I needed extra support, admitted I'm not ashamed. But needing a life vest that others might not need as urgently. Grace don't require everybody to swim the same distance currently. I'm learning my own limits, learning what support I actually need. Instead of comparing my swimming to somebody else's speed or strength, a life vest kept me afloat exactly when I need it. Support I couldn't provide myself, that's not weakness, that's completed. Some people never need the life vest, naturally strong swimmers. Doesn't mean something's wrong with needing it, doesn't mean it dimmer. You yourself is accurate, just means you know your actual limits. Know when the water's too deep for solo swimming, know to speed it. Though with the man says accept the help before you're actually drowning. Not after I used to refuse the life vest, kept on downing. But I pridefully insisting I can make it on my own effort. Almost went under completely before I finally let it support me. Now keep the life vest on preventatively. Don't wait for crisis to accept help, that's maturity, honestly. Don't know how way to some waters too deep for solo swimming. Grace provided the vest before I even knew I was simply kept afloat by the vest, kept afloat, not alone, kept afloat. Do me a life vest, do me a life vest. Couldn't swim on my own. Do me a life vest, do me a life vest, do me a life vest. Kept me afloat completely. Do me a life vest. Still afloat because of the vest. Still afloat, still afloat, still afloat. That's the grace. Still afloat, yeah. Stayed in that waiting room for hours, not knowing the diagnosis. Every magazine already read twice, every silent prognosis. Running through my head worse than whatever the doctor would actually say. His face sometimes, sitting in the waiting room, learning to stay. Still in the waiting room, still in the waiting room. Don't know the diagnosis yet. Still in the waiting room. Still in the waiting room. Still in the waiting room. Trusting him with what's to come. Still in the waiting room. Yeah. Every prayer I pray that hasn't gotten the answer yet. Feels like sitting in a waiting room when nobody's called my name. Met with silence instead of information, that's the hardest part. Honestly, not knowing if the news is good or bad. Just sitting, waiting, patiently or impatiently. More accurately, checking the clock repeatedly. Wondering if they forgot me, wondering if eventually somebody's gonna call me back. Or if I'm stuck here forever. Waiting rooms test fate different than the actual crisis. Whatever comes after the waiting itself is its own particular trial. Nothing to do but sit with the uncertainty. For a while I learned some things about God and waiting rooms specifically that I never learned in the actual answer. Learn them differently. The waiting room ain't wasted time, even though it feels that way completely. Some of my deepest growth happened while I stayed there, uncertain, unable to control the timeline, unable to speed up the process, forced to trust in a season where I couldn't see the outcome yet. That builds a different muscle than the answer prayer does. Teaches patience, the actual answer can't teach. Teaches the rare skill of trusting God's character when you can't yet trust the circumstance. This the room I'm learning in right now. This the actual advance of faith that happens in delay. Not despite it, I'm not rushing anymore. Not demanding God explain the way, just trusting that the waiting room's got a purpose too. That the actual call comes exactly when it should. And until then, I sit, that's all. Still don't know, still don't know. Trust in him, still don't know. Still don't know, still don't know, still don't know. Waiting well, still don't know. Still in the waiting room. Still in the waiting room. Don't know the diagnosis yet. Still in the waiting room. Still in the waiting room. Still in the waiting room. Trusting him with what's to come. Still in the waiting room. Waiting well. Trusting through it, waiting well. Waiting well. That's the fate, waiting well. Every real document's got a watermark hidden in the paper, held up to the light to prove it's not a forged escape. From the legal system, proof of origin, proof of authenticity. Grace put a watermark in me, proof of my identity. Got the watermark, got the watermark. Hold me up to the light. Got the watermark, got the watermark, got the watermark. Proof of whose I am. Got the watermark. Counterfeits look identical on the surface, look convincing till you hold them up against the actual light. To the wincing, truth reveals itself. The fake ones got no hidden marking, nothing underneath the surface proving where they're originating from, sparking the question of authenticity. I used to live like a counterfeit version of myself, looked believable but had no actual merit. Underneath the surface, no watermark proving whose I actually was. Then grace held me up to the light. Then I discovered because of what happened in my adoption, there's an actual mark inside me, invisible to casual observation, but when the light shines, guide me back to the actual truth of my identity. Watermark completely by the Spirit's presence in me. That's not counterfeit discreetly. Some people question my authenticity, question if the change is real or performative. That's fair, that's not actually strange to wonder, but I invite the scrutiny, invite the actual actual light to be held up against my life, cause I know what's inside, alright. There's a watermark that only shows when you actually test it. Against the light, a genuine relationship when you invest it. With actual time, actual observation, not just surface judgment. The mark's there, the spirit's presence. That's not adjustment or behavior alone. That's an actual internal marking that proves the origin, proves who's original embarking. On this journey, I'm not scared of the light, revealing whether I'm authentic or counterfeit. The watermark's there forever. Hold it to the light, hold it to the light. Watermark shows, hold it to the light. Hold it to the light, hold it to the light. Proof is there, hold it to the light. Got the watermark, got the watermark. Hold me up to the light. Got the watermark, got the watermark, got the watermark. Proof of whose I am. Got the watermark, authentic now, authentic now. Watermark proves it, authentic now, authentic now, authentic now. That's whose I am, authentic now.
Oh yeah. Can't look directly at the actual flame without protection. Blinds you instantly, permanently, without the correct reflection. Shielding your eyes from the intensity while still seeing the work. Grace gave me a welding mask for the fire, for the perk. Need the welding mask, need the welding mask. See the fire but don't get blinded. Need the welding mask, need the welding mask, need the welding mask. Protected while I'm working, need the welding mask. Some truths burn too bright to look at directly without protection. Some seasons of refinement require the correct reflection. Filtering out, avoiding the intensity completely. I used to either stare directly at hard truth or completely avoid it altogether. Both approaches left me damaged, blind from staring too long, or ignorant from having managed to dodge the actual heat entirely. Neither one's sustainable. The welding mask lets you see the actual flame, the actual tangible work happening without the damage of unfiltered exposure. That's wisdom, that's discernment, learning the actual composure. Required to face hard truths about myself, about my story. Filtered enough to actually learn without the blinding glory. Community's a welding mask sometimes, filtering hard truth through relationship, through trust, through the actual proof of love before the correction that softens the intensity. Enough to actually see the work without the immensity of raw, unfiltered confrontation blinding me completely. I used to avoid correction altogether or take it too directly without any protection, without any filter, straight impact. Now I'm learning to receive hard truth, wearing the actual mask of trust, a relationship of grace surrounding the correction that lets me actually see and grow without the total destruction. Unfiltered truth can cause, that's maturity, that's the actual skill of receiving fire correctly, of using the mask, staying still. See it safely, see it safely through the mask. See it safely, see it safely, see it safely growing still. See it safely. Need the welding mask, need the welding mask. See the fire but don't get blinded. Need the welding mask, need the welding mask, need the welding mask. Protected while I'm working. Need the welding mask. Working still, working still, working still, working still. Protected right. Working still, working still, working